Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're struggling to make money consistently trading SPY options, SPX, or the E-mini futures, or if you're trying to get a funded futures account to a funded status, in these videos I'm trying to show you what I'm doing on a daily basis to consistently make money on the SPY, SPX, or E-minis, and I promise you if I can do it, you can do it better than I can. So today, while I was running around to doctors' offices, I did manage to get in a couple of trades from two particular services. The first one being the one that I founded in 2020, which was Sidekick Traders, and the other one is one by Raging Bull called Market Navigator by Jeff Williams. And I've talked about these in so many different videos, but I'll leave some links in the description below that you can go and check them out. And you can see that today on the funded futures account, which I'm using, which is the Apex accounts, $1,300 on two trades, and I'm going to go through those two trades and discuss how I did it, what I did, and go from there. So hopefully this video will be useful to you guys, and let's get going. So the first one I want to talk about is Jeff Williams' Market Navigator. This is a service where he alerts SPY options once a day, around market open usually is typically when he's done it. And this service is just red hot. It's been great for the last few months. I listen to the commentaries live every day, but obviously most people are looking for the trade alerts, which he has an 80% win rate on. So if you're looking to do SPY options, or, since they're SPY, you can also do the E-minis, for example, in these funded futures, then I would definitely recommend checking out Jeff Williams' Market Navigator. And there'll be a link in the description to go and check it out. In the description below, check out my full review of everything. So, and we can have a quick look into the dashboard while we're doing this. Let's see, you can find the dashboard area right here. So yeah, so this guy, Market Navigator, all this different stuff. There's the trading journal, the chat room, which is where I was in this morning. He actually paper traded. It looks like he has a lot of stuff going on in his life at the moment. So he did a paper trade. Looks like his brokerage wasn't working or something. And so I traded this on the Apex Ninja Trader. I just got my account funded, so I went from 100,000 to 106,000, and then it starts over. I've got to get another $6,000 in profit, and then I'll be able to withdraw some money from that. So for you guys on that journey, it's definitely a difficult one, but I'm finding with these two services, so Market Navigator, so when he's taking SPY trades, I take ES trades, and also on Goldman and Sidekick Trader. So let's go into the trades a little bit on Market Navigator today. So he sent out an alert for the paper trade that he did, and it was near the start of the day. So I'll just kind of go down and show you where it was. Sold my March calls. He made some great money overnight, by the way, on these calls. A couple of days ago, people were saying, "Oh, not a very good call," but they were doing well this morning. Let's see where we're at. So scrolling down. Having a leap for Raging Bull can be a pain sometimes. There's so many different alerts come out. See where we are. So this is the 20th. Just trying to find the 21st, which is today. Oh, here we go. So he started off the day by selling these swing trades for a profit, which was really nice. And then he ended up looking to paper trade these. So he did the SPY. Obviously it's a SPY service, but if you're doing futures, which have a lot of advantages, you could also just go long when he buys calls. It makes life really simple, right? You don't worry about contracts, you just go long. You just buy a market and go in. And so I put together kind of what I did here. So this was when his alert came out this morning, and I bought ES, a couple of ES contracts. This is total profit for the day between these two trades. So the white trades are the Market Navigator. So I bought it here, I sold it here. This is the one minute chart, so this is not a long time frame. I don't have a lot of time to babysit trades, so if I can sit down and get a couple of points or 3 or 4 points on ES within 10 minutes or 20 minutes, I'll just take it off and move on. And that works really well for these funded accounts, because you really don't want to have it spike all the way up somewhere and then you get busy and then you have to come back and it's pulled all the way back and then you take profits because of the way the trailing drawdown thing works and stuff. So I tend to just scalp things really quickly, and so I took this trade here. In the meantime, I ended up getting a Goldman trade from Sidekick. So it was actually a short. It was only a couple of minute trade, so I also took that one as well, just on this little move. So yeah, it was a pretty crazy day, but that was my entirety of the trading. I took a very small snippet at Goldman's last trade, which if we go over to Sidekick Traders, here's his recap for the day. I know a lot of people are joining this, and we're building up a really nice community of people that are looking to just trade these types of trades. And so this was the SPX trade. So again, I was talking about SPY, but you can use it intermediately with SPX, which is 1.85 to 2.4, which is about a 30% gain. Some people in the chat were getting that. Again, I did this on E-minis. And then he did another trade later on, which I only got a tiny part of. And it ran just like an absolute beast into the afternoon, 890%. I don't think anybody still held it though, because it spiked, scaled out, and then went back down to the break-even point and then continued to run. But most people following the rules will have taken their profits in the 20% sort of range. That's 14 in a row for this guy. And this is why it's so good for your funded futures accounts, because instead of going into SPX, you just go into E-minis and you can just basically smash the buy button. That's all I do, smash buy market, sell market. And you can see his alerts I've been showing people over the last few weeks. So when he goes into calls, you don't have to worry about like, oh, can I find the right calls quickly enough? You just buy the E-minis on the futures and away you go. And you can get in really quickly, it's very liquid, and it's a really good way just to use his directionality to take these trades, which is really fun. So these are great, and I think we've got a 3-day trial running at the moment. Sometimes we don't really have a trial because we just want people to come in and commit to this, but at the moment we do have a 3-day trial. In those 3 days, you generally will see a bunch of winners, so if you do join, I'll leave a link in the description below, and you'll find that you usually end up, there usually be winning trades. The difficulty is getting quick enough and setting yourself up so you can actually get into these trades and make money from them. So the 3 days is usually more than enough to learn whether you're going to be able to do that or not, and commit to this. But like, basically, like this was yesterday. It was a 233% winner. That's a lot. Like, that's a lot. So he's now at 14 wins in a row. And so if you're looking to trade consistently, but only for 10 or 20 minutes a day, something like this is well worth it. I think we hired this guy a year ago now, and he's consistently just put up these really good results, just day in and day out. There'll be a couple of losing days here and there, but for these funded accounts in particular, which is something I'm really getting into, as you probably can tell from the last 10 videos in a row, it's something I really enjoy doing now. Scalping SPX but using the futures is one of the best ways to do it with a high win rate strategy like this, especially if you don't have a lot of time. So it's definitely worth checking out. Yeah, so that's really my recommendations today. As I'd say, if you're looking to do this type of trading, check out Jeff Williams' Market Navigator from Raging Bull. This guy is awesome. I think this takes a bit more commitment from you. Generally, you'd have to spend like more time listening to his morning webinars, like his live streams, but that can be really educational. It can help set you up for the rest of the day. Even if you're not trading SPY or SPX or whatever, it can still give you an indication, a good feel for where the market's going to go, because that's the whole idea. And that's the beautiful thing about focusing on these types of services, is you're basically focusing on the market, right? So you're getting rid of all the noise, all the individual stocks, like what earnings from particular stocks or small caps or whatever, and you're just focusing on what the market's doing. It simplifies your trading massively, and to me that's made all the difference, especially when I don't have a lot of time to do these things. It means I'm just looking at really the market, whether it's on the futures, whether it's on SPY, whether it's on SPX, it's all the same, right? So you can pick your poison and go from there. So anyway, hopefully that's helpful, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video.